Welcome to RN Health Tips with Teresa Crowley, a place for inspiration, information, and support. Teresa has been an RN for 25 years and is sharing her experiences and techniques for building a healthy life. Now, here's Teresa.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining me. I'm Teresa Crowley. I was thinking along the lines of what we have been doing when it comes to a little release, a little verbalization of the stresses that we are going under and that other people are. And there's really nothing we can do about these things other than look at it and empathize. But as these things build up and up, my family have gotten together and told me all about a situation that they have in their home cities, and it's getting out and howling. And at first I was like, oh, what are we doing that for? And then I realized that it's actually something that I appreciate with my animals. And not that you have to do it with anyone. You can do it outside by yourself. You can do it out with your animals. You can make a block party out of it, so to speak, and have people come out at, well, we do, 8 o'clock and howl. And it's a release. It's a way for, I know myself, to take a lot of the energy and the feelings that surmount throughout the day and howl. And I changed my voice a little bit, have my dog go out there, and she is a great howler. And it's not for a long time. It's just kind of a little bit of a release, a little symbolic unity in a block, if you do have the block doing it, as my sisters do in not one but two different states. You get out and howl. You get out and release feeling that are mounting inside you because of this situation. And so I was thinking, well, why are we doing this? And it might be because, we have some kind of connection to nature. We can go that route also and say, yay, we do have this connection in nature, and we get out there and howl like an animal, a primitive, because we're experiencing things just like my animals are experiencing things they've never done before. Also, you may get a little time alone. If you are by yourself, if you are socially distancing from everyone and you just happen to be living alone, sometimes that's just a little feeling of community when you go out there and you howl. So I'm totally in favor of that. Also, a little meditation. If you can release some of that pent up anything, angst, any type of feeling, then go meditate if you can. And I'm not talking about you have to be a 30-minute meditation and have the chimes and everything. You don't really have to do that, but a lot of people who have been meditating for a while do. But how about mini meditations? How about, I know there's some small meditations that people are, putting online that you can, pick up and just clear your mind, clear your head. A little mini meditation may be just the ticket. I haven't meditated much in my life, and now I am. And I have made a pledge to myself to do it every day for 30 days, just to get in the mindset of where I want to be and what I want to do. And I think meditation would be great. If you don't have the area, you don't have the time or the privacy, how about journaling instead? I think you can definitely journal. You can definitely write down your thoughts. And it might be a really good release to get those emotions down your arm, down your wrist, out your hand, and through that pen or pencil. Get some journaling done, and you'd be surprised at how a lot of those emotions can leave you, good or bad. And in my case, I want to get the stressful ones and the bad emotions out, especially if I want to try and comfort any of my friends who are going through it a lot tougher than I am. It's better for me to get those initial emotions out before I try and help them. Now, I do that because my friends are actually working and they don't have a lot of time. So when they do call me and they do want to de-stress and they want to verbalize what they're going through, I can do that in a very timeful manner and listening, trying to ask the correct questions, or sometimes just listening and not saying anything at all can get rid of some of those work burdens, can actually, help with a positive attitude when they go into the workplace. Maybe I could make a suggestion when they do call me and they do unload. Let me know what's going on where they are. And finally, I'm learning more about them. I certainly am learning more about them. So when they are calling me and they're trying to verbalize the stressors that they're going through, I can either be a very active listener and supply a bunch of words and feelings, and I could be a non-active listener. I could be passive and just listen to them and, they're there would be a good term. So some of this is for you, some of it is for your friends around, is your self-care for yourself first. And then when people do call or want to lean on you, you have the right approach, hopefully, to those friends, to coworkers that need a little help. Maybe some family members need a little help. I had a family member who was a little worried about wearing a mask. She has to wear one at work, and that's the one thing that's just tipping her over the edge. It makes her very nervous. Now, before she had to wear the mask, she was doing okay. But now that she has to wear the mask, it's just that one extra thing. And so I tried to frame it in a way that it wouldn't be quite so stressful and she wouldn't think of all the reasons why she's wearing the mask. So hopefully that'll work, and I'll hear at the end of the week if that does help. But if you can frame those things, maybe you have a better outlook or a different outlook than the person that's suffering or going through that, you can be a lot of help. So self-care, care of our friends, that's what I like to focus on. And remember, you don't have to know it all at one time. You don't have to do it perfectly. But if you can do a little bit every now and then, you can find the time. Hopefully that'll help you out in these times because they are a little bit stressful. They are a little bit trying. And we're learning a lot about ourselves and our strengths and how we can help others. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me.